morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Internet Uncapped. I am one of your hosts, Mitchy Pappy. I'm joined here with Evan, who still didn't change his name from the last
Yeah, well,
episode.
that's gonna happen.
God
Let me just
damn
change
it,
it really
Evan.
quickly.
See, this is why I always just keep one name, dude. I knew I
I
was going
don't
to forget.
care.
And this is why I
The
do.
people need to see my names.
Don't. That's fucked.
People need to know.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Good job, though. I respect it. Also, can we give a big ups to Rich? Or you take
Yeah,
yours?
big ups to Richard, RTU.
Getting creamed on always by King Sly. Shout out to King Sly. Like again, just absolute menace. All right. Um today, or well not today, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about the Raja Bell situation. Absolutely messed up. But before we jump into it, want to talk wrestling stuff. So in wrestling, they have things called receipts. Now receipts are if me and Evan are wrestling and I accidentally knee Evan in the chest, and I did it like full force. I hit him right in the chest, and he goes, "Damn, that hurts." Well, again, with receipts, they're allowed to go ahead and do it back. So Evan would go ahead and then maybe in the next spot would actually punch me, and then lock up and be like, "Yeah, you hit me right in the chest. Watch what you're doing." This happens. Well, I got a clip right now of a receipt. This is a match with Braun Strowman, uh, Kane, and Brock Lesnar. So I'm going to share the screen right now. We're going to see a receipt live. Before, I just want to show everyone this is John Smith on YouTube, 2K subscribers. Shout out John Smith. I'll give you another one. And yeah, this is a clip of him doing an actual receipt. So here we go. So you saw right there, Brock Lesnar got legitimately kneed in the face. So that was a botch. Strowman hit Brock with a real knee to the jaw. Watch Brock's reaction. So Brock Lesnar, rightfully so, is pissed off. So Brock Lesnar is going to get up. We're going to turn the music off. He's getting him down, and he actually legitimately punches him right there. Bam! He punched him in the side of his head, and he's probably telling him right now. And then you get a slow mo here. Boom! And they're probably going to lock up right here. And then when they lock up, they're going to talk about it and be like, "Hey, chill the F out." So this happens in wrestling. It's a common thing. Again, it's something that when you work in that industry, it's bound to happen. Um, and it's unfortunate. Um, right now there's a lot of stuff going on, and people are trying to decipher was well when it first happened. Rather, people were trying to decide was it real, was it fake, and then it came out like this was just something that um it was legit, it was serious, and ended because something had happened prior, and and what was believed was that um it was believed that they settled their beef behind the scenes. These guys who are heel wrestlers, the bad guys, they stay in character. It's very similar to a method actor where they're the bad guy at all times. Like you see them in the airport, they're going to be nasty to you because they want to be the same thing that they are on TV. Sometimes they'll make an exception, like if they see a kid with a disability, or if they see someone with Down syndrome or whatever the case may be, they'll be like, "Okay, I'll sign your stuff." But if you seem like a fully functioning person, they're gonna be like, "Get away from me! I hate people." Go on about their day because they try to stay in character at all times.
Yeah,
That's the nature of the business.
right.
If you're a good guy like John Cena, he'll sign people's stuff all the time. He always says hi to people. He always asks people how they're doing. The only thing he asks is don't record him in public. He's a big fan of consent. That's his big no. Don't record him without asking. Um, yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Now with this situation, this was something that was clearly taken way too far. This is going to get tricky, because they took it off of Kick and all these other sites. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna show a little bit of it and just hope for the best, folks. And we'll do a timestamp, Evan, and actually I'm gonna type it in now.
Yeah.
I'm typing in the private chat just so I know, and I'll type it when we stop. And this is the clip. So this guy's not even selling it, and you can see those are real punches. His head is just moving back and forth, and I think that's all we're going to
Yeah,
show about
we
of
can't
that. Just
show any more
for
than
the
that.
for YouTube's sake, we
Yeah,
won't show
but
anything
it
else.
keeps going for
Uh,
another few seconds, and it's pretty
yeah,
graphic and brutal.
and and now with Syko Stu, spelled Syko Stu, things are not looking good. But there was a health update one day ago from the New York Post. They posted a photo of him. I'm going to share the screen of the article now. Bam. This is him right now. Get away, advertisement. Closing. This is him in the hospital. Like, this is a guy that's not well.
Oh, oh
Um,
man.
Thank you, everyone, for the prayers, concerns, and kind words for my brother Stu. He wrote, please continue to keep him in your prayers. This is a guy that, again, probably, I know he's a former military vet, but it's crazy. And now Knox Pro called Jackson's actions reprehensible and said the pummeling of Smith was a selfish, irresponsible act of violence. He hasn't commented publicly, Raja
Mhm.
Jackson. Um, and quite frankly, we talked about this off air, Evan, and I think we should state where we stand on this. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I think that basically what we discussed was, and we've, we'll get into it here, but because he is in very bad shape and because he's in very bad condition, it is the responsibility of Raja Jackson and his team to ensure that he is being taken care of. And this incident in particular reminded me of before he passed away, before both of them passed away, actually, Richard Belzer and Hulk Hogan were both on, I think, Howard Stern, his cable television show, and they were doing some kind of goof or whatever. And Hulk Hogan actually did a real stunner move onto Richard Belzer, and Richard Belzer for a brief moment was actually unconscious. And Richard Belzer successfully sued Hulk Hogan because of the fact that he did not warn him ahead of time that this was going to be real. He was under the assumption that it was just going to be a fake out or something like that. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think that what's going to happen is that Syko Stu and his team are going to demand that he pay the damages for what happened. And Mitchell, you know more about this than I do, but you can get into more of the specifics about
Yeah, I don't think there's really specifics about it. I think wrestling
it.
is a
Mhm.
tough industry. Things happen. This wasn't wrestling.
Yes.
This was nothing like if Brock Lesnar punched Braun Strowman on the side of the head like we saw in that clip and gave him a concussion, I think they would talk backstage and be like, "Yeah, you hit me, you need me, and I gave you the receipt. I might have hit you a little too hard. I'm sorry, but like you need me. I could have
Mhm.
been hurt too." And I think they would make up, and that would be it. Legitimate. I think that's how that would be handled. This was an act of violence.
It was.
I said to you on the phone, I think Raja needs to be
Yeah.
arrested. Um, he needs to pay for all medical
Right.
expenses.
Right.
Stu, Psycho Stu, we don't know what his condition is. Can he wrestle again? If this was a career avenue for him, I think he should also pay him for potentially ending his career. I think he should have to pay up for that.
Yeah.
Um, and the last thing, or the last two things too, is I think his kick and any other site that he chooses to stream on, he
Yeah.
should be banned. I mean that all these platforms say if you go ahead and you do something crazy like that, um, you have to be banned. So he should be banned. He should be arrested. He should be sued for the medical expenses, and then he should be sued again for any potential earnings from the wrestling career. I've never seen Syko Stu, so I can't say, oh, this guy's the second coming of John Cena. Um, but there's still money to be made in the industry. Like if he was to go to WWE and be a guy that just gets beat all the time and is like a joke character on the screen, you're still racking in six figures. Hell, it's WWE. Triple H, sign me right now. I'll get choke slammed every week through a table. I don't give a damn. What's that? You're gonna pay me 100,000 a year? All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. I'm gonna fly to everywhere. I'm gonna do the house shows. I don't give a damn. Just let me get some free shirts and let me hang out with people backstage. I'll be throwing up signs. Yeah, we get some dubs. I don't care. But again, like this is could have been a big career for him. Even if it's not WWE, TNA, he could have gone there. He could have gone to Ring of Honor and AEW. But that's all taken away because of just a selfish action right now. I mean, again, we don't know
Yeah.
the condition. He could come back and be healthy. We don't know yet. But that's my personal feeling on the matter. I think this is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. Thoughts and prayers out to Stu. I hope he gets better. But Raja, um, I think every action has a consequence, and I hope you get what's coming to you.
I agree, and I do think that they should pursue legal actions against Roger Jackson and his team. I just think that's only fair. Now, before we really go, I want to just share really quickly. This is Rampage Jackson, who's Raja's father. He put out a statement on Twitter or X. So I'm just going to share that on the screen right now, and I just want to read it out loud. So this is what he said, which is I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Syko Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is a MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to Kick for the situation. Now, just based on what we discussed, I don't know the legitimacy of some of the claims that Rampage did. I think some of it was kind of a cover, just to cover Raja's actions and kind of excuse much of it. Oh, he's an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he is. What he did is what he did, regardless of experience or anything like that. And he should have known better before getting into the ring and doing what he did. Even if you're in sort of a mode and like there's this rage or there's whatever, you have a responsibility not to endanger the other person's life to the point of near death. And that's just a fact. I'm not an expert on this, but even I, as someone who has common sense, can say that you have a responsibility to make sure you do not kill your opponent in the ring. And it's happened. It's happened in history, but we don't want it happening anymore because in 2025, the year of our Lord, we should know better by now.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed. I think, I understand his sentiment. He's a father. Obviously, he doesn't want to say my son's a piece of shit. But this is
Yeah,
irrehensible. This is unforgivable. This is terrible. Um, you got to say more than just that, Bucko.
true.
So,
Very true.
I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I mean, I think we can end it there.
Yeah, I think that's it. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like these. Make sure you like, subscribe, kick a donkey, punch a baby. We should follow us on Spotify.
You're gonna say punch a baby
Oh
after
well, we don't
that?
want to punch a baby. We want to punch a baby. Well, listen, that was a poor choice of words. Don't punch any babies.
Oh
Don't
shit!
kick any. Don't kick any puppies either. Don't do any of that, especially for this story. But I'm just saying, but
Leave that to Gary's
yeah,
mattress.
Gary's mattress. But anyway, punch a mattress. That's a good use of your punching skills. Anyway, but this has been Internet Uncapped, and we are signing out. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.